Hard R fans, Hollywood's fans, this is for you right here. What the hell are you doing in Hollywood? The undisputed champions of Black Wrestling Podcasting, the Hard R. Woo!
Hard R Wrestling Podcast.
Acknowledge me if you smell
What the Hard R Wrestling Podcast is cooking. And now it's time!
You goddamn right, it's time. What's going on, bro? It's Halloween. It's Halloween. It's Halloween.
Jesus.
It's Halloween. I was trying to make it look cool, like the cool Robin. That's what I'm being. Like, who? First of all, who dressed up as a sidekick? But that's besides the point. I look. Did I pull off the look a little bit?
I don't know what look. Are you looking? Are you going for the Batman look? You look like half boxer, half like Batman. Like
I'm Ray past his prime 40-year-old Robin that's just shouldn't be in tights, but he is because he don't got shit else to do.
right.
He's an orphan who all he knows how to do is crime fight and do flips, like and wear pixie boots. That's what
Damn.
you get if you
Damn.
black. Yeah, if you black. Yeah, sad. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the Hard R Rassling Podcast. I am your man, Jay Lou, better known as that guy, tall, lanky guy. And to my immediate this way, left. Oops. It's hard, like to my immediate left, but I'm pointing the other way, is my man, the main man, the biggest hater of short wrestlers. It's my man, D-Lo.
What's going on? Yeah, I just saw Carmelo. I just got back from being outside, and I saw Carmelo at the playground. So
Oh my God.
still swinging his legs when he's
You
on
need,
the.
you need counseling. What
Yeah.
did like not a midget, a small person do something to you? Did it take one of your girls? Like what?
No, not
What is
no,
your thing against small people?
nothing against the shorter population. It's just I've been watching wrestling since I was like 5 years old. I just prefer my wrestlers to look like they can beat my ass in a bar fight and not
Wow.
hit me in the shins.
Okay, D-Lo's pro steroids. Okay, got it. That's his official stance. Well,
They're
speaking
vascular.
speaking of official stance, last Tuesday we had a little battle. Tuesday night war. Okay, if you want to call it that, whatever. NXT, which is always on a Tuesday, battled up against AEW Dynamite that had to switch because of baseball. One of them things it was baseball. Had to switch days from Wednesday to Tuesday, and it was a battle of the ages. I'm just gonna put it out there, whether you like it or not, whether anybody wants to cry about it or go on Twitter and go on rants. At the end of the day, AEW, it got demolished. NXT or WrestleMania Tuesday
WrestleMania
got
Tuesday.
921 100,000 viewers, and AEW Dynamite 609. I don't know how good your math is, but that I think that calculates to a giant ass whipping of epic proportion. And I was thinking about this, and I'm wearing this Robin costume. That's what I'm supposed to be. Y'all see the R right there. The Hard R. I just put it together. The Hard R Wrestling. That's deep. But AEW fans, kind of remind me of DC comic fans. Again, I have on a costume. They talk so much shit online and they have this rabid fan base. But when it comes to supporting the stuff that they, fight tooth and nail about online and battle people online about and say our shit is better than this, blah, blah. When it comes to the actual having to go to the arena, they don't really show up. They didn't, DC fans, they didn't show up for Blue Beetle. They didn't show up for the Flash. They didn't show up. Well, I mean, a lot of those were shit. But, the bottom line is they didn't show up. And, for this rabid fan base, that online community that AEW has garnered, and, we really like AEW. We're not trying to shit on them or anything. But, for the rabid tribal fans of AEW, 609, that's kind of pathetic. I mean, they didn't tell the people like, hey, just watch a different day. It's it's not on when, was it? Well, I guess that's my question, D-Lo. I mean, what would you say would count for this disparity between AEW and NXT and such a large disparity between the viewers? Oh, my wife is come on, it's D-Lo. It's D-Lo. Say hi to the say hi. Welcome to the.
Oh, both of y'all dressed up.
I
I
know.
just got my costume just came in the mail. It glows in the dark.
Oh, let's see.
I don't know if it's gonna
No, it's not. It's gonna do it, man.
turn off that light, girls.
Turn off the light. My girls are here too. They just interrupted my. I feel like a bunch.
No, it's not gonna work.
No, it's not gonna
It's
work.
not glowing. I don't
No,
know.
it's not glowing.
Anyway,
Okay.
maybe it needs more light.
All right. I mean, it's not like we're
How
live
are
or
you?
anything. Hey,
How's
she
it going?
says hi, D-Lo.
Hey.
Hey, girls, get in here. Say hi, real quick. Come on, jump in. Wait, this way. There you go. Jump in. Go. Come on. There you go. That's
Hi.
JC. Say hi, JC. And that's Juliana, who is not coming over here. She's
All right.
quote unquote shy. Can you turn the light back on? Thank you. Bye, honey. Close the door. I don't want the sound to. Yeah. That makes that's our Hollywood moment.
At least she didn't super kick him like Bunch did.
No, she didn't, and they didn't have some weird episode on the washing machine or nothing nasty like that. But man, Hollywood and Monday, you snooze, you lose. Anyway, but anyway, we were talking about the huge number disparity, 921, 609. Go ahead. Defend one of them. Defend AEW. Like they need it because they're getting the shit kicked out of them.
I mean, I think everybody expected them to lose. Like when you put WrestleMania Tuesday on. So first of all, when NXT and AEW went head to head on Wednesdays back in the day, when AEW first started, AEW won, I believe, 75 of the 76 weeks that they were head to head. So let's get that straightened out. Number two, NXT's been around damn near, I think, 10, 13 years now. John Cena's never been on NXT. Undertaker's never been on NXT.
Cody.
Who else did they bring out?
Cody
Rhodes is, I don't even think, was Cody Rhodes ever in NXT?
Nope.
Like not even
the closest
as a,
thing.
like,
I think he was a rookie. Like he, when they had the reality show, I think he was a rookie,
Yeah,
but not really in the NXT as we know it today.
He was never in NXT. So all of a sudden, they just so happened to have this availability this past Tuesday when AEW, mind you, they didn't choose to go on Tuesdays.
Right.
They were
it wasn't like it was
network.
an assault on NXT. Like we gonna kick y'all ass again. It wasn't that.
It was not. Their TV network had to move them to a different day. They could have moved them to Thursdays though. Now that I think about it, they probably could have done that. That's probably what they should have done.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, Undertaker shows up, John Cena shows up.
Jay Cargill, she shows up.
Yeah.
So
what pissed
pour salt on the
Oscar,
wound.
What pissed me off is that folks online were defending it as like, oh, WWE is just trying to boost NXT so they can get a better TV deal. Nah, like let's call it what it is. The competition was on Tuesday, so they were rolling the red carpet out for everybody so that they can crush them, and they did just as I thought they would. Um, what I don't agree with is I don't know if you saw online the way Tony Khan was acting on Twitter.
We're gonna, let's just jump into it. Yeah.
Like, just take the L and move on. Like, everybody knows you were going to lose. You don't have a John Cena or an Undertaker on your show, so or on your roster. So let's just take the L and move on. This was a one-time blimp. People are going to forget about it in a couple of days and just let it go. But he wouldn't let it go. He would
Yeah.
not let it go. And it just someone needed to like just take his phone and throw it in a river or something. Like he was unhinged.
He was spiraling out of control, and he's done this a couple of times before. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Tony Khan man went on an epic
Con
rant
man.
online, and he called Triple H, among other things,
Oh yeah.
a bald asshole. Uh, so that was just okay, whatever. But he also had a more serious allegation, which he discussed, which he alleged that when I guess Miss Khan, his mother was in the hospital sick, and Tony was sort of indisposed. WWE started poaching talent. One of those talents being William Regal. I don't know how serious. I mean that. Oh, I don't know how serious that allegation is, but that seems kind of assholey, but kind of in the vein of what WWE would do. But I don't know if the best course of action is to go on a juvenile rant about all your grievances, and you're running a multi-million-dollar company that your dad gave you. I just
Billion dollars. Probably what
billion.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he acted like a troll, like one of those, wrestling fans online that just acts like, not normal. And the rumor is with William Regal is I read that this was around the time that
Are
Mrs.
these your
Khan had a
sources?
stroke. According to my sources that I read on
Okay,
Twitter. Yep,
just
yep.
making sure. Okay.
um, when Tony Khan's mom was sick, I
Mhm.
think she had a stroke or she had breast
She
cancer,
had
something
something
like
like
that.
that. Yeah, something like that.
Um,
Yeah.
I guess Regal took the opportunity to be like, "Hey, um, I want to go back to NXT and coach my son," because
Mhm.
apparently his son is in NXT. I had no idea. Um,
Me neither.
but it was really to get back into WWE because Regal and Triple H are best friends, and he wanted to go back because his friend was now in charge, which is
Yeah.
kind of fucked up. If any of that is true, to use someone else's tragic situation to try to get out of something, it's really messed up.
Yeah, but that's on par with WWE has
Yeah,
sort of done for the last 40, 50 years of existence. It's
yeah.
with Vince McMahon at the helm. I don't really defend Tony Khan's epic brand. Again, I think it's juvenile. I think it's beneath him. Um, I think it sets the company back. It does make it seem like a chicken. What would Triple H say? A chicken shit company or something like that. I will say he did make one pretty good point. I still don't think he should be Twitter trolling or defending his company, but he said that WWE pays trolls online to, basically either harass him or harass, popular talent, and make it, make the algorithm seem like, that person is the worst person in the world. And, I guess Tony Khan was like, I don't have all these resources and, paid people that, wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. Look at God.
I ain't gonna be up here too long. I'm out doing stuff.
Go
Famous
ahead.
last
Give us what
words.
you got, player.
I ain't got shit, man, other than fucking if freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy win that international for fucking time, I'm fly to whatever Jacksonville and put my foot up Tony Yayo's ass. That's the fuck I'm.
Well, that's hilarious. We were talking about the battle AEW and the Tuesday night debacle, the Tuesday night Monday night Tuesday night wars rehash whatever remixed, and just how AEW got their asses whipped, but also how Tony Yayo went off.
But
He was on some Yayo when he was tweeting.
He was on some Yayo. He's sniffing that good shit.
Hey, but what did they really destroy? First of all, they were on a night that they ain't normally on, and then they went against every fucking legend that WWE could find
that they could dig out of the ground.
Like, I'm surprised
they couldn't reach out to Bruno Sammartino apparently.
Right. I'm surprised they have Roman show up.
Right.
Like, damn.
Yeah. I mean, and we were talking about this. I mean, again, like, whatever, it worked. AEW's fans they lost about 200 of their normal fans. I don't think it should be that much, but whatever. I mean, I guess I'm testing. It was a good test of the loyalty of AEW and its fans. And I feel like they kind of failed the product a little bit because online, they're like, rabid dogs. But, when it came time to prove that, hey, we're here and we can be a developmental, that's not really fair, that we can beat,
it's not
NXT / Raw / SmackDown. I don't know. I feel like the fans kind of left them kind of high and dry, like DC Comics fans have for the last couple of years.
I don't really think so, for the simple fact, again, it wasn't on a normal night, and like, even people that knew, you can still easily forget that it's on Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? So, the only real fair comparison that you could have in that situation is if they. Thank you. If they actually did it for like a month straight, and then the numbers stayed like that, then that's an accurate assessment of the situation that, NXT right now is gonna beat them. But at the same time, with NXT pull out all the stops again and have everybody there like they did for that one night, So
yeah, they would. They got a bunch of wrestlers. I mean, they could bring back Charlotte. They can put Becky Lynch on there, like fucking Roman
Randy
Reigns.
Orton.
They got that card to pull. Like,
they can pull Randy Orton at any moment.
No, I mean, but theoretically, like, Roman's only gonna like have like 3 more appearances for the whole year. So
yeah, they messed up. Yeah, they only have 3 left.
But he lives in Florida though. He lives in Tampa, so it's not like it's a quick. I mean, it's a long, ride. They could just take the jet and just go to Orlando.
Or they could just zoom him on Paul Heyman's phone, since he always liked to say, call Roman Reigns, even though the dude was like, his phone's not on.
I mean, go ahead.
The crazy part is that, like, I don't agree with what Tony did. Like, the crazy part is I watched both shows. AEW actually had the better show. Like, I thought.
Without a doubt.
Like, we know that.
Without a doubt.
That's what's crazy about it. It's like, he could have just said, hey, I thought we had a strong show. I thought we had a better show than the competition. It just wasn't our night, and that's it. Like, just take the L and move on. And he couldn't do that.
Even if he went on one Twitter rant, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, he got that shit out his system, but it was like 4.
I saw the one. I saw the one where he was talking about they held first time in their career Cena and Taker under 1 million views. I saw that one.
Yeah, that was. I don't know why he did all that.
Tony, come on, bro.
Hey, but speaking of Tony, you got to take the bad with the good, man. Y'all saw where he did all the it was like $50,000 in toys for tots or something he did.
Yeah, right. Gave him NXT to AEW toys. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, I mean, but I'm not being shady. No, I'm not being shady. I'm like, that was nice, but Tony, please, just someone take that fool's fun. First of all, he should not be, and we've talked about this before, he should not be that guy. It should be somebody from because Lord knows, I bet you Cornette is getting paid by Vince McMahon under the table.
He gotta be.
To talk about the all elite white boys as much as he does. I mean, he talks about each group, but he really lays it on Tony Khan and AEW. And I get it. It's not his brand of wrestling, but it's more. I think if Cornette was being a little bit more honest, like AEW is closer to his brand of wrestling than WWE currently is his style of wrestling. Like he likes that hard nose, NWA type shit. So I feel like I think it is true that I think that WWE, like a lot of companies, they have people in position on social media to trash AEW, to bring down their numbers, to bring down their social media stuff. And I don't think Tony Khan can either do one of two things. I mean, he has a social media presence, so he can do a little bit of that. But he does such a poor job at it. It just comes off as he's whining about getting beat and talking about, Triple H's bald head. Like, what the fuck? First of all, I'm offended.
I think it was
and
talking
secondly,
about Shawn Michaels.
Or Shawn Michaels. I mean, he shouldn't have talked about his lazy eye. That would have been funnier, but I mean,
he would have.
That would have popped me a little bit. Like, oh, he's not playing.
My thing, Jason, you mentioned something about Cornette. I don't think he's getting paid by Cornette. I think it's just like people like Jim Cornette, Eric Bischoff. It's easier to shit on AEW because that's what gets the clicks and the views, and in turn makes the money.
Yeah,
Jim Cornette could say this is the worst product in wrestling, but secretly he might like it because, like you said, it's more of his product than WWE. But it's what makes him money, because if he's always positive about AEW, nobody will be watching his show or listening to his show. So
Very
just
true.
think it's
same thing with Eric Bischoff. No, that's a really good point. Same thing. Eric Bischoff, even worse than Cornette. I mean, I would guarantee he's being paid by Vince under the table or somebody under the table, because he just shits on Tony Khan and the entire company.
I'm saying he used to work for him. It's very likely that that's happening. Just like when Paul Heyman was working for ECW, he was still getting paid by Vince.
Yeah.
So I mean, it ain't far-fetched. It's probably, like the most common sense thing that we could come up with, that these guys are getting paid something. It's like promotions. You know what I'm saying? Like you advertise something on your website. Like you get paid to trash this company, and it is what it is. Like Tony just needs to chill, man. Like,
$90,000 for shitting on a product you're not like in love with anyway, you don't have a connection to, and they never gonna hire you. Yeah.
Like Tony just need to chill, man. It is what it is at this point, So I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to, before we move on, because I think AEW definitely had the better show. One thing of note with NXT, I mean, they had some decent matches. But whether you like it or not, whether you think there are a dark chocolate vanilla midget, Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker are the future of the WWE. They got the biggest.
Don't talk about midgets.
What? I know what your favorite Pornhub category is.
Strippers.
Oh God.
You ain't never seen
is Carmelo really the future? Because this is what I don't like.
He
about
absolutely
WWE.
is the future. He got a rub from John Cena and The Undertaker, and so did Braun Breaker in a way, but he was healed. So did Trick Williams in a smaller degree. Braun Breaker, Carmelo
I agree
Hayes
with Braun
are
because
the
he's
future.
got the size. I agree with Braun because he's got the size. With Carmelo, I mentioned this a few weeks ago. I don't like it when WWE tries to force these wrestlers down your throat, telling everybody this is the guy, and it might be the other guy that's behind him that's the guy. That's the same thing with Carmelo. Like, I joke about his height, but like, I can't take a Carmelo Hayes versus Roman Reigns match seriously, because Carmelo Hayes is 4 or 5 inches shorter and probably 100 pounds lighter than Roman Reigns. I can't take it seriously. I'm sorry. Like, there's a ceiling for him,
like he is,
and he can't reach it because he's too short.
He was almost the same size as John Cena. He's not that short. Look
Bro,
at it. I sent
bro,
you the
listen.
picture. He's not that
Hey,
short.
listen,
Yeah.
let's get off of the height. Let's get off of the height. Like,
Okay.
I don't watch NXT, so
But it's like
all I know is
ahead,
what
bro.
I see of him in clips and stuff like that. So, but my thing is this. Yeah, y'all, he can wrestle, he can go, whatever. But my thing is this. From what I've seen of him and Trick, I agree. Trick is the bigger star. Like, regardless of in-ring talent, Trick is the bigger star. And I could actually, like, when I see Carmelo talk, it's not exciting to me. Like, it comes off to me like he's trying too hard to be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
He's playing wrestler. He's got the taglines. He's got the sunglasses. He's doing everything outside to make him look like a star, and he's not. Trick just walks down the ring. Like, if
that's what
I'm
I'm
changing
saying.
the channel and I see Trick Williams walking down to the ring, I'm like, damn, this dude looks like, he could be the next big thing. And with Carmelo, it's like, I can't, like, the height thing is a big deal for me, because if he's going to go up to the main roster, like, and he's going to fight Bronson Reed or Cody Rhodes, it just looks weird. The height
He
differential
will
just
not
looks
look.
weird.
Come
I
on,
mean,
stop it.
I can't get behind you on the
He
height
will
thing,
look
especially the fact of
perfectly
how they,
fine fighting
like,
Cody,
no,
fighting the
listen.
Usos, fighting Zayn, fighting Kevin Owens, which he will have to fight in order to get to where he needs to be.
But
he will be
listen,
absolutely fine.
No, listen, height thing aside, you know what I'm saying? Like, WWE has had plenty of shorter wrestlers that they have made it work with. So, I get the height thing is a big thing for you, but they've done it with plenty of people. If they have it, and that's my thing. I don't think he has it. I think they're forcing people to think he has it when the it is by his sidekick and Trick Williams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I think we can all agree Trick Williams is a star. I mean, I don't think you got to be an idiot to not think that. Like, yeah, he's there. He doesn't have, he's not as good as a wrestler yet as Carmelo, because he hasn't been wrestling as long. But I mean, Trick Williams will get there pretty easily. I mean, because he's big. He doesn't need to do planchas and shit like that. Like, he's a star. I mean, I feel the same way about Carmelo, but I think Trick Williams is a star, so he doesn't need to do all the things that Carmelo does, because yes, he is a shorter wrestler, so he can't, power bomb people for the entire match. It's like he has to put on an actual match and have actual skill. But yeah, I mean, I think Trick Williams is. I mean, they gave him the John Cena rub. Like, if they didn't. They're not stupid.
Everybody a rub now.
They don't like money. I mean, they love money. So, it's going to happen. I think it'll happen for both of them. But
I don't feel like the John Cena rub is as big as
it's not. It's not, because he's doing it. He's doing it too much. It's not even. It doesn't even feel like genuine at this point. It's like, okay, we want this guy to be over. Okay, John, rub him real quick.
Like, it'd be one thing if John Cena was going to be around. It'd be one thing if he was going to be around for a year or two, but like, he's gone the moment the strike is over. So it's like 6 months from now, no one's really going to remember that John Cena gave Carmelo Hayes the rub.
I have to disagree. And the Undertaker rub at the end. I think those things are important.
Oh, that looked like it was something from Make-A-Wish or something. Just get the little fan in the front row to
you are so
play wrestler for a night. All right, come on, buddy.
You are so biased.
Come on, Billy. Let's get you a photo op.
Put your hand up. Put your hand up. Yeah, see, there you go. All right, there you go.
There you go, Billy. All right, now go back to your mom.
You need counseling. So anyway, Carmelo Hayes is the future and Braun Breaker. So get used to it. Get lost. Anyway, so I did want to go over to AEW again. They had the better show. Freaking barn burner of a match. At least I thought so. Daniel Bryan and Strickland. You got to watch it, bro. You got very good, very methodical match. Nothing, crazy, but very much in line with what DB is known for, and Swerve Strickland, and even though he lost, he lost.
You know what? Let me speak
in a positive way, if that makes any sense. But to me,
real quick, like, I'm trying. I'm trying with it. Hold on, did I do
This
it?
motherfucker ringing up groceries. Where are
Hold
you?
on.
You at Rose's?
I'm at Food Line right now. I got it.
You at Zell's? Where are you?
Since
Kmart?
9 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock today, and then that was noodles at that. So it's like,
Oh, what the?
oh, I didn't do it. Oh shit, that's right.
This is wild. But anyway, did you see the match, D-Lo? Swerve Strickland and Daniel
I
Bryan
saw the
open up?
match, and all I can think of is why a franchise didn't believe in Swerve before, because Swerve's got it. Like, we talk about Trick Williams, and like Swerve's got it. Like, and I kind of wish like he was in WWE right now, because I think this version of Swerve might do big things, but like he's doing big things in
No, he wouldn't.
AEW.
No, he wouldn't. You want to know why, D-Lo?
Why?
Because
he's black.
Because he's doing it himself. He came up with the idea himself, so he would get.
Oh yeah, they would bury him. He'd be losing to
punished.
LA Knight and
Uh-huh.
Natalie, and
He would get punished because he got over on his own, so he would get punished.
like just like LA Knight's gonna get punished. So you just watch. He you think he's on his onward trajectory? Like, nah, bro. Like he's gonna get punished. He might, I don't know. Maybe they'll give him a little bit of a nice push with Roman, but he's gonna lose to Roman, as we all know.
Hold on, those are two things I'm gonna speak on real quick.
Go ahead.
That whole like people, like LA Knight this, LA Knight that. Man, I was waiting. Let me put my light on. I was waiting to see the confrontation between LA Knight and Roman Reigns. Now, right now, Roman is the bar right now. Like, if you want to go head to head with somebody on the mic, Roman is the bar right now. So all this, I was like, LA Knight, all the shit he been saying, it's okay. Like they compare him to The Rock and Stone Cold, but he's like, he ain't even close to them. Not even close. Like, it's just
he's not horrible on the mic, but
no,
when you compare him to those greats,
yeah, but he's
close.
good.
But listen, to get the reactions he's been getting, you would think he is very good on the mic, and he really is not. He's okay. Like the Miz can blow him out the park. You know what I'm saying?
And he has.
But what I'm saying is this: I was waiting to see if I was gonna be wrong about it, because I was like, the test is gonna be when he goes against Roman. And when he went against Roman on SmackDown, I was just like, that's all you got, dude? Like, that's all you got? I see you, Ash. I said, that's all you got? I was like, and you expect me to be invested in this and to think that this guy should be the guy to dethrone him when you already had Cody and even Sammy being as over as Sammy was? I would have rather seen Sammy beat him than LA Knight. I feel you're forcing LA Knight into this because he really does not need to be in this bloodline feud right now. You're forcing that on us because he's so popular. And the best fix they should have had in this situation was give him the U.S. title. When Santos got hurt and Adam Pearce was like, hey, you can't wrestle, and Ray was right there, he could have just been like, hey, Ray, you're not medically cleared either because you just had your concussion 2 weeks ago, but I got a solution right here. The winner of the Battle Royal, and let his music hit. He comes out, beats Austin Theory. You give the dude a U.S. title run. See how that goes first. And if that goes good, then yeah, maybe a little bit down the line, if he can keep up the steam, put him in the world title picture on Raw, not against Reigns. But he was not. He left me much to be desired in that first encounter with Reigns.
Yeah, a shout out to Black Rose. His Black Rose.
Yeah, that's Ash. That's Ashley.
Right. What's up, Ashley?
That's Kayla's best. One of Kayla's best.
Oh, she must
Ashley
be a sweet flower of a woman.
She is amazing.
Oh,
but and the last thing I want to speak of is AEW. Like, I don't at this point, it's getting ridiculous to the point where everybody that has any kind of momentum, they make sure they kill it. And I'm like, I know you need number one contenders for titles and stuff like that, but I feel like they don't invest in feuds for these titles all the time. They just want to come up with a quick number one contender match or title eliminator match so that these people can have a title match. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just building up. You don't need to have your fucking champions wrestling on every fucking show. Build up a feud so that somebody can actually get invested when they do have a match. And for them to throw Daniel Bryan and Swerve Strickland into a number one contenders match for the TNT title against Christian right there already killed Swerve's momentum after him beating a former world champ and face of the company in Hangman. Why would you do that? Why? Because you know he wasn't. Because you know he wasn't going to beat Daniel Bryan. They were not going to have Swerve.
So did he really lose anything? I mean, we know he's not going to win it. We know, Christian as champion is going to be.
He's been in so many.
Why? Because they're going
over the last 6 months.
They're fighting for their lives against NXT. They had to throw that match in there.
Over the last 6 months, Swerve has been getting his ass handed to him by.
Oh.
I think that
I cut him off. Yeah, I was just so angry. I cut him off. No, he just. Yeah, I don't know. He'll come. There we go.
Over the last 6 months.
There you go.
Over the last 6 months, Swerve has been getting his ass handed to him by fucking Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy.
Well, that I agree with. There's no excuse for that.
We always take it back to Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, I had to. But am I wrong? Over the last 6 months, he's been getting his ass handed to him by those two scrawny little punks. So you finally give him a moment, and he beats a former world champion. You're like, okay, now we can run somewhere with this, right? But instead, you put him in a number one contenders match. Hold on, don't even say nothing. You put him in a number one contenders match where you know he's going to lose because you're not going to put Swerve and Christian in a match against each other right now. They're the two biggest heels that you got in your company. You're not going to put them in a match against each other. You're going to put Daniel Bryan in the match. Yes, that's a cool match to have, Swerve and Daniel Bryan, but you already know Daniel Bryan's going to win the match. So why kill Swerve's momentum that he just got off of winning that pay-per-view match in his hometown against a former world champ?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Why?
Okay.
Why not?
I'll say this.
Why not make him go against? Why not make him go against Ray Phoenix for the international championship instead of fucking giving Orange Cassidy
I will say
another
this.
rematch? Get the fucking belt again.
Yeah, I will say that. I'm not defending that decision, but what I will say is that I'll let D-Lo go. I'll let D-Lo go because he did have his hand raised.
I think the match was put on for two reasons: for like the ratings to try to compete with NXT, but I also think with the match, because Hangman Page had a match with Jay White and Prince Nana cost Hangman Page that match. So when Swerve lost to Daniel Bryan, it was Hangman Page that cost him the match. So it was kind of like a tit for tat. So even though he lost, it's because he got cheated.
Yeah, it was equanimity. You said it better than.
So he had an out.
And I'll be honest with you, I think it takes just like the WWE, I think it takes them a couple of weeks to realize certain things. Like I don't think they expected Swerve to catch on this quickly. And it did happen. Like we saw it, but I think it's
6 months.
I know, but I think it takes the machine a little bit longer to like, even though we're you would say burying him, even though, so I'll use your language. We're semi burying him. He's still getting, better applause lines. He's getting more and more pop. So I think it does take the machine to like adjust. Now, no, he shouldn't have been losing to Darby Allin and all that dumb bullshit.
Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. That's the fail for everything. That's the fail for everything.
They're a part of the AEW. Listen, when you're part of the AEW Illuminati, you get belts, okay? So they're part of that Illuminati.
I do agree with Bunch though, or Jason, because if he was in WWE would just put a rocket on him and just push him, and he's not gonna lose. I mean, he's gonna win every match. With AEW, it's like sometimes they want to push somebody, but it's like it's this weird thing where they still make them lose. Like I kind of feel like Swerve should be. Like I agree, he shouldn't be losing if you're pushing him to be this next top guy. Like he should be beating Daniel Bryan or whoever, like, or just put him in matches where you know he's going to win.
Yeah. Or even the Daniel Bryan thing wouldn't have hurt him. I don't think it hurt him that much. But I get Hollywood's point. Like
No,
if you
no.
didn't have the
Hold on,
foolishness with
let me
hold
say
on,
this.
hold on. Yeah, if you didn't have the
Spotlight
foolishness with Darby
Spotlight
Allin and you know, this wouldn't hurt him as much because you've given him significant wins. So
and that's the thing too, because it didn't bury him, but he just had his biggest win in AEW, and then you follow it up with a loss, regardless if it, like it was interference that cost them the match or whatever. It's like they know how to fuck up your high. That's what I'm gonna say about
fuck up a wet dream.
AEW knows how to fuck up your high.
Yeah. Unless you're 150 pounds and named after a beverage and white. I ain't want to be the one saying it all the time. I'm glad somebody else said it. That's another thing. I think it does take, because I mean, you look at the power structure in AEW. I mean, same thing with WWE to a crazy degree, but with AEW, they went just how the WWE is structured. They have a bunch of older white men and Tony Khan at the center, sort of making decisions. Who's the power brokers in AEW? You got the all elite white boys, right? You got the elite. You have Chris Jericho.
I hate when you
we
say
know
that.
what Chris Jericho is. So I think black wrestlers, again, and I'll keep saying this until I'm proven wrong, they have a harder time getting over.
I hate when you say that, but at this point, I'm just like, yo, like something's got to give, man. And if that is the case, then, it is what it is, but something's got to give, man, because you can't keep doing this shit. Like it took the Acclaim for them to be like, yo,
another great example
are the most popular motherfuckers in the company, for them to fucking be like, hey, you know what? We got to do something with them.
Finally, it took the Machine a long time.
Yeah.
And they had to add Daddy Ass to get them over that mark in AEW's eyes, but in the fans' eyes, like, y'all, they're there. Like, they're going viral.
Yeah.
And, you're putting on, vanilla midget mania, every week when you could be, featuring, other talent. Yeah.
And another thing too, like, how many times we gonna recycle everybody? Not even just Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy. Like, you got fucking Elite, and I know I give them credit because they don't win all their matches, and they put people over. You know what I'm saying, like big matches and stuff like that. But how many times we gonna recycle? Like, okay, they just had the trios belts, they lost the House of Black. Now they got the other trios belts in Ring of Honor. Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, you're making the same people champions over and over again, man. And it's like, you got a whole nother show with people that companies using. This whole show, Collision, was supposed to be for people that were being underutilized, that deserved the spotlight. And now that the Pepsi gone, now it's gone back to the same formula that they had with Dynamite. And it's just, I'm starting to lose my patience because I love AEW. To me, it's a better alternative than WWE. Because even with Roman on SmackDown won't that fucking good. I mean, it is what it is.
That was a better SmackDown but it should be.
Of course it was a better SmackDown. Jimmy Uso didn't main event. But
stop it.
It still want a good fucking show.
Well, yeah, hey, let's go to SmackDown. Two things that did stand out to me with SmackDown was the former NWA champion Nick Aldis. Am I saying his name correctly? I don't want to besmirch him. Debuted as the general manager, which is a choice.
Hold on. Got the Johnny Gargano pop. He got the Johnny Gargano pop.
Oh, he was pretty good though. He had a couple of one-liners, and they put him against Dominique, and I thought Triple H was really good in that segment because he was saying like, "Oh, these boos are not piped in," which it did. And that SmackDown, they definitely did not seem like they were piped in, but who knows? But anyway, I thought it was a good exchange. And Jade Cargill was prominently, well, not prominently, but she was displayed. Out of her, I think, 3 appearances in the WWE, this was one of my favorites because she had a nice little stare down with Charlotte, which to me screams money if Jade is ready to go on that level.
Do y'all?
I
No
smell
one
money.
answered this in the group chat. Do y'all think she's being overexposed right now?
No, she's a fucking star. You can't overexpose a star.
That's why I didn't.
Because people get annoyed at her. That's great. She'll be a dominant heel. So it's I think it's a good way to like test her popularity with the WWE. And then so far she gets a lot of media. What's that? What's that, Hollywood?
That's why I didn't answer in the group chat. I was saving it for the podcast.
There you go.
Did he see what we got?
Hold on, let me answer this question then. But look, listen. I think yes and no. I think WWE right now is trying to and they're
Can you hear anything? Was it just me? Okay, all right. Yeah, we can't hear you, Hollywood. Sometimes it's just me. That's why I didn't say anything. You got a half of a bar. Looks like. Oh my. Okay.
Well, the reason why I said it is because she was on Fastlane last week. I think she was on Raw. She was on NXT. She was on SmackDown. Like we all know how well she can wrestle, or how well she can't. So like the only reason why I feel like she's being overexposed is that like.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I
we
can hear
you now. Go ahead, Kilo.
The only reason why I think she's being overexposed is that like she's on every show. Like, is she gonna wrestle or not? Like, I don't want to hear these backstage segments anymore. Like, is she gonna get in the ring or what's going on? Like, come on.
Well, I thought it was an interesting way to introduce her. They probably are making sure she's going to be straight in the ring. They're gonna. It looks like they're gonna put her. I think they should put her with Bayley first because Bayley will make you look like $1 million. She's a good heel. That'll be a good person to beat. And because Bayley has lost like 86% of her matches. I don't know what they're doing with her, but it is what it is.
Look, I think what I was saying is I think WWE right now is they're trying to throw it in AEW's face, be like, hey, we got her.
Yep, I think that.
We're going to make her the star that she couldn't be in your company. And I think they're doing a little bit too much just showing her because we all know what she looked like. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to see what she going to do. And I think they kind of dropped the ball because they could have had an instance where she came in and fucking just did something mind-blowing for people to be like, yo, oh, it's the fucking it's the kid. The pussy is purring right now. The pussy is purring. The pussy is purring.
But
we heard it.
It's crying for something.
Yeah, it's crying for that. You know what?
We got you. We understand. Yeah, we got you, big fella.
Well, yeah, I feel they kind of dropped the ball because they could have brought her in and she could have did something like amazing and just really took off from that moment instead of you just keep showing her backstage and pulling up in a car and all that. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm glad she's there, but I don't care. What y'all gonna do? Show her training sessions next? Like, I don't care. I don't care about all that.
Okay.
Because when is she actually going to wrestle, though?
Look,
what would you want to say? Oh, wow, never mind.
I told you the pussy was purring.
Okay. I mean, I'm, the vignettes are fine. I don't see any
Like
problem with
when
it. I
she
mean,
gonna
I don't.
wrestle Royal Rumble? Like, so we gonna watch her backstage eating popcorn for 3 more months?
Yeah,
Like,
and
what's
maybe you
going
don't
on?
see her for the way I would book it is okay. You
They've
did
already booked.
you did the show and pony part. Now let her train, and she shows up to Royal Rumble and throws like 20 bitches out the ring.
But that's what I'm saying.
Statement made.
Did that instead of all this. They could have did that. Or like y'all said in one scenario before, she could have showed up and beat Becky for the fucking title. It could have been like an open challenge or something, and she show up and beat Becky because Becky don't need to be on NXT no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, send her back to the main roster. Like, why is she in NXT? Why is she the NXT champion?
I wouldn't put her with Charlotte though as the first few, because if things go
You
wrong
build
in the
up to
ring,
Charlotte.
Charlotte doesn't know what the fuck to do. So
Yeah, Becky would have
like,
been a great choice.
yeah, Charlotte, she wrestles like she got a script. Like, and if it goes off script, it's a wrap. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of possibilities. I mean, you have yeah. I mean, you got Nia Shirai, you have Asuka, you have Belair when she comes back. All of those you might want to say for WrestleMania, depending on how big of a star. And it looks like they rolled out the red carpet for her. I mean, to me, she seems like a big deal. There is a large segment of WWE people that don't fuck with AEW, that don't know it really exists. So they don't know who Jade Cargill is. And that's the difference between what 918K and 600K for AEW. I mean, you got to introduce that WWE, folks to the next big thing. And they take it or leave it. We'll see how it does. WWE, if they really want to, they can make you a big star. If they're reluctant to do it, they will punish you, and she'll be back in AEW in a couple of years.
That's the thing too. They dropped the ball. Be it the fact that what if she comes in there and her matches are terrible, and you done built up all this hype showing her and this and that, and her matches are terrible. What?
She'll have to rise to the occasion. Yeah, they'll drop her. I mean that's I heard they paid her a lot of money, so they're expecting a lot of things. They'll put her in. I mean, they'll give her the Ronda Rousey treatment. Ronda Rousey had a great rollout. Put her with the best in the industry. While she gets better, and hopefully she doesn't go the lousy Ronda Rousey. I had to throw that in there route where she loses interest and becomes horrible.
Instead of just showing her get out of damn car. Ronda,
well, she's a bad bitch. You bad bitches get out of cars. They go on red carpets. That's what bad bitches do. Let her be a bad bitch.
No, let her be a bad that bitch, right? Let her come.
She is
that bitch. Not wearing
that bitch. Just sound like JR.
Having a one piece off.
By God, she's a bad bitch.
By God, she is that bitch. You hear that? Like, okay.
Look, her and Charlotte wearing who wore it better. Like,
yeah, I'm ready for that feud. It's gonna be great.
Both of them dressed the same.
Mm-hmm.
One of them isn't
supposed
supposed
that.
One of them isn't supposed to dress like that though.
Different. One is built for it tough.
Be nice. Woo! Be nice. Y'all be nice.
Built like an iPhone.
Hold on. The old iPhone with the glass screen.
I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into this. Speak real quick.
Titanium iPhone.
The indestructible.
While we talking about rundown broken bitches who don't have a body, Ronda Rousey, she proclaimed to the world that she is no longer going to be in WWE or the MMA. She has retired. Ladies and gentlemen, mission accomplished. So fucking glad.
Why are we even talking about her?
Ronda Rousey is the Jada Pinkett Smith of wrestling. Just go away.
Did y'all speak about her before I got up here?
No.
You know what? I want to. I want to. If
Can
they came
somebody-
to my house, I don't know why they would, and he strangled her in front of my kids, I would tell my kids to go upstairs and I would look the fucking other way. I can't stand that bitch.
You
I
know what?
cannot stand
I
her.
would
It's a
ask-
couple of celebrities I don't play with, and Will Smith is one of them, and she is a miserable,
She is-
bald-headed succubus.
Hold on. I'm gonna use franchise as saying she is a menace to society.
She must be
Just
stopped.
leave
at
that man
all costs.
alone, man.
Yeah,
like,
Just
just
leave
him
him
alone.
divorce him or shut the fuck up. It's bad enough you was banging August Alsina. It's bad enough you embarrass him every single time he opens his mouth or you open your mouth. It's bad enough you had a whole podcast aimed at diminishing his accomplishments, and to top it all off, he smacked somebody that should have got smacked. Chris Rock. More people should smack him. Mainly now we find out because he was trying to get with his wife while he thought they got a divorce.
They've been separated.
Okay, they were separated. They never met. Will Smith shot Tupac. I got you, but
Hold on. All I need is for that alopecia to spread to her tongue and her fingers
and her brain.
Just her tongue and her fingers, so she could stop talking. And because the alopecia made her lose her hair, right? So the alopecia make her lose her tongue and her fingers, so she can't type or write no more, and then she can't talk no more, and then she be fine.
That bitch will be typing with her feet like Will Smith ain't shit. I literally have a visceral reaction every time.
She be like, I don't know why they call him Big Willie.
She even insinuated he had a small. Listen. I don't care. I want the most bitter shit. Like I want Will Smith to leave her for a white woman, the whitest woman that you can find. Well, I don't even want her. I want him to leave her for Taylor Swift. Like leave her for Taylor Swift, and I don't want her to get a dime.
You know what's crazy? He was banging the chick that played Barbie, Margaret.
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
they were happy. He was happy,
and she did everything she could to ruin that.
Even though they were separated, I'm like, let that man be happy. Let him have men and women on the side. Let you have men and women. Let you fuck Tupac's ghost.
Yep.
I want y'all both to be happy. Now I don't want you to be happy.
Hail Mary, come quickly. Come quickly. I don't have much time.
Yo, I saw this meme. It said Tupac dodged the bullet. Somebody's said the fuck he did.
Oh my God.
I was done. Listen.
Come quickly.
I know this is not wrestling related, but I want her, I'll make it. I want her in a ring. I just want all the women. All the men in WWE just to like slap the shit out of her. I don't agree with abusing women, but she is not a woman. She's a bald-headed demon from hell, and she needs to be exorcised from this world. Leave Will alone.
She's done figured out how to escape. I gotta empty this shit with all this shit on it.
Lord have mercy.
I thought she was talking about Jada. I was like, don't you take up for her.
Got all these pussies purring in here. It don't make no damn sense.
That ain't a purr. That's a fucking cry.
And one I wish would never mind. But I don't have anything else. I emptied out everything in the chamber with Jada. Jada, please shut the fuck up. I hope your book flops.
Yeah, James. You need to end it on her.
I'm glad you have alopecia. You should have something worse. Lord, there. We'll holler at y'all. Actually, we will not holler at you next week. For the next 2 weeks, it's going to be a series of homecomings.
God damn it.
One, I'm going to drag Hollywood out kicking and screaming. If you can't attend any events, you got to at least attend the brunch. I'm going to send you all the information. You got to come.
The reunion?
Yes, it's next week, man. I'm going to personally send you all the information.
Don't say it's next week.
It's next week, bro.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Saturday?
What? We'll talk about it. And then the week after that is we're gonna talk about it right after this broadcast.
Oh my God.
Was that a pat?
Did you is that a rat?
I'm getting mounted.
That ain't no fucking.
That's not
That
a
is
cat.
not a cat.
There's
That looks like a
cat-
vampire.
It's a
It's an
like a
albino.
bat.
It's Jada. It's a bald-headed
He's
albino.
sucking the blood out of
Suck you
bugs.
butts. Get them Jadas away from me. They are adorable. Jada Pickett Smith is not. And then Norfolk State's homecoming will be that following week, so I won't be here. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be intoxicated, and so will Monday. He's not going to the Norco one, but he's going to the Norfolk State one. So he definitely won't be there because we're gonna be intoxicated for 2 straight days. But we'll take a little hiatus, but we'll be back.
State one is a week after.
It's the week after. You got to come to one. I'm gonna send you all the information.
Here, which I was supposed to come, and I ain't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Behold the green and gold.
If I come, I gotta come quickly.
Gotta dodge some bullets.